Look closely at your life. Every weakness you carry was installed, programmed into you. They made you apologize for existing. They forced you to forgive those who shattered your trust. They praised your patience while they fed on your silence. This wasn't kindness. It was control. A systematic, psychological operation to make you manageable, to make you prey. Machiavelli knew the truth centuries ago. The masses are kept docile for one reason: to be ruled. Your weakness is not natural. It is a virus, deliberately coded into your mind to make you obedient. But here is what they truly fear. The moment you wake up. The moment you stop apologizing for your strength. The moment you start saying no without explanation, walking away without guilt, and acting without permission. This isn't about becoming cruel. It's about becoming undeniable. This video is your firewall. It will scorch the earth of your mind, burning out the emotional programming, the guilt, the doubt, the fear that has kept you caged. Weakness is not a flaw. It is a death sentence in the silent war of power. In the jungle of human behavior, weakness is not pitied. It is devoured. The world does not treat you according to your intentions. It treats you according to your image. Appear fragile, and you will attract predators. Appear too forgiving, and you will invite betrayal. Appear kind without power, and people will take from you with a smile on their face. Machiavelli's warning was not for the powerful. It was a warning to the weak. Do not concern yourself with being loved, be feared, or be forgotten. Because weakness is not noble. It is a signal to the world that you can be broken. We live in a society that tries to hide this brutal truth. They feed you pretty lies. Nice guys win in the end. Patience always pays off. People will see your value. That is the language of slaves. The reality? Nobody respects the person who tolerates disrespect. Nobody fears the one who forgives everything. And nobody follows the one who hesitates. The cost of weakness is subtle at first. You lose respect. You become invisible. Then the cost escalates. Betrayal, failure, a total loss of control. Weakness is not just emotional softness. It's indecision. It's over-explaining. It's always asking for permission instead of taking what is yours. It's fearing consequences more than you desire power. And the most devastating part? Weakness becomes a habit. You convince yourself it's morality when it is nothing but fear, dressed in virtue. The first step is recognition. You must call out the weakness in you without excuse, without shame, without mercy. Only then can you annihilate it. People don't stay weak because they enjoy it. They stay weak because it's familiar. Because comfort is a more seductive poison than growth. From the moment you're born, you are surrounded by soft lies. Be a good person. Wait your turn. Everything will work out. These are lullabies for the powerless. The system is designed to keep you obedient because obedient people are predictable. They follow orders, pay their taxes, and die quietly, never realizing their life was controlled from the beginning. Machiavelli understood the unspoken rule. Power is not given. It is taken. And the first step to taking it is to reject every illusion that keeps you weak. Let's incinerate the most dangerous lies. The lie of moral superiority. They tell you it's better to be kind, to suffer quietly. But look at who actually wins. Not the most moral, the most strategic. You don't rise by being good. You rise by being useful to power, or by becoming power itself. The lie of time. Be patient. Your time will come. Number. Time is not your ally. It is your assassin. Every second you hesitate, someone colder, hungrier, and bolder is taking what should have been yours. The world doesn't wait. It devours. The lie of equality. We're all equal. Equality is a myth sold to the masses to keep them passive. The truth is simple. Some men lead and others are led. Your choice is to dominate or be dominated. The lie of stability. People crave the steady job, the safe home, the predictable life. But stability is the enemy of ambition. It kills risk-taking. It turns lions into house cats. True power lives in chaos. Only those who can navigate uncertainty, make ruthless decisions, and adapt will survive. The lie of guilt. Guilt is the leash society puts around your neck. They want you to feel bad for wanting more, for cutting people off, for saying no. But guilt is just weaponized weakness. You owe the world nothing. Your only obligation is to become formidable. Weakness survives because the lies are comforting. But comfort is the slowest form of suicide. To erase your weakness, you must become violent with the truth. Tear off the masks. Reject the narratives. Accept the darkness. No one is coming to save you. You must become the one people fear, respect, and follow. Or stay invisible forever. Why?
You were programmed to be soft. Now, it is time to uninstall the lies, one by one, and build a mind made for war. Weakness thrives in emotion. Strength is born in strategy. The cure for your fragility is not motivation, it is calculation. Machiavelli never told princes to be emotional. He told them to be feared, to control perception, to use people as tools and discard them without remorse. He didn't believe in forgiveness. He believed in winning. And to win, you must replace emotion with ice-cold logic. Step 1. Stop reacting. Start calculating. Emotional people are predictable, and what is predictable is controllable. If you get angry, they can provoke you. If you crave love, they can manipulate you. But when you move strategically, when your decisions are calculated and not impulsive, you become unreadable, unbreakable. Every move must serve a purpose. Gain leverage, destroy a rival, increase influence. You are not here to express your feelings. You are here to build an empire. Step 2. Detach from outcomes. Emotional people obsess over results. Strategic people focus on positioning. If a plan fails, they don't cry. They adapt. If someone leaves, they don't beg. They replace. The strategic mind is surgical. It removes what no longer serves and never hesitates to cut deeper. You must learn to walk away from people, plans, and places without a second glance. No explanations, no emotional debates. Step 3. Weaponize emotion. Never be governed by it. Your emotions are not your compass. They are your ammunition. Machiavellian strategy is clear. Appear kind, but be ruthless. Appear open, but remain unreadable. Let others think you care while you calculate your next move behind a stone face. Use your smile to lower their guard. Use silence to create tension. Use kindness to extract trust. Then use that trust to win. Step 4. Forge a cold inner core. The most powerful men have fire in their ambition but ice in their veins. This isn't cruelty. It is clarity. The ability to say, this person is a liability. They are removed. This situation is failing. It is terminated. Most people drown because they can't let go. They cling to loyalty, to guilt, to past versions of themselves. But the cold mind understands. Attachment is liability. Emotion is a vulnerability. In the game of power, your feelings will betray you faster than your enemies. You don't cure weakness by feeling stronger. You cure it by thinking colder. From this moment on, filter every decision through one question. Does this make me more powerful or more vulnerable? If it weakens you, burn it. If it softens you, silence it. If it slows you down, walk away. The cure is not kindness, it is clarity, it is control. The core of all weakness is not fear or doubt, it is attachment. Attachment is the invisible chain that pulls you from power. You cling to people, to your identity, to comfort, to approval. And each time you do, you hand someone else the remote control to your life. Machiavelli understood, the man who needs nothing cannot be dominated. The world uses your attachments against you. The people you're afraid to lose are the very ones who will test you, because they know you'll tolerate it. You become easy to manipulate the moment you show you can't walk away. Power demands distance. You must be willing to burn bridges, erase names, and walk alone without a single look back. Even more dangerous than your attachment to people is your attachment to your own image. Your need to be liked, to be understood, to be the good guy. That need is weakness in disguise. You bend your behavior to fit into rooms you should be commanding. You tone yourself down so no one feels threatened. That is not virtue, it is surrender. Detach from the need to be accepted. Let them misunderstand you. Let them fear you. Let them gossip. What matters is not their comfort. It is your rise. Most people cling to their past selves, the version that was built to survive, not to dominate. Reinvention is a threat to the weak, but a weapon for the strong. You must be willing to kill the soft version of yourself, the one that apologized too quickly, hesitated too often, and tolerated too much. Let that version die. You must also detach from comfort, the silent killer of all ambition. Comfort feeds stagnation. It whispers, "You've earned rest." But comfort murders urgency. It drains the fire that makes men ruthless. Learn to operate in discomfort, to think clearly under pressure, to make cold decisions while others panic. And the deadliest attachment of all, your obsession with outcomes. You want guarantees. You want people to respond how you expect. But real power is found when you no longer fear losing. When you let go of needing things to go your way, you gain total control over the only thing that matters, yourself. The man who has mastered detachment cannot be threatened, manipulated, or destroyed. He moves with clarity. He speaks with precision. He walks alone not because he hates people, but because he trusts himself. The truly dangerous man needs no one, chases nothing, and fears no loss. He understands the ultimate truth. When you cut the strings of attachment, you reclaim the throne of your own mind. And once you control your mind, no one else can. Now that you've erased the softness, detached from everything that once weakened you, and silenced the noise inside your head, something new begins to rise. Not just confidence, something colder, something untouchable. This isn't about becoming better. It's about becoming dangerous, not to others, but to anything that ever controlled you. You no longer operate from emotion. You no longer crave approval. You no longer hesitate. The old you would overthink, seek validation, doubt every move. That version is dead. What's left is someone sharpened, precise, surgical. You've replaced guilt with clarity. You've replaced fear with calm. You've replaced attachment with absolute silence. And in that silence, people feel your shift before they understand it. They feel the absence of your need, the absence of your reaction. They realize you don't flinch anymore. You don't chase. You don't play the role of the nice, safe person they once knew. You've become an anomaly, a calm storm, a presence that carries weight without saying a word. This isn't arrogance, it's authority. And you earned it by doing what most never will, killing the emotional dependence that keeps people ordinary. The rise isn't loud, it's internal. And because it's internal, it can't be taken from you. Not by failure, not by betrayal, not by isolation. You are not concerned with who stays or who leaves. You are concerned with who respects your silence, who fears your distance, and who studies your moves. You are unstoppable. Because now, you don't speak to explain. You speak to direct. You don't engage in conflict to prove a point. You end it before it begins. There is a cold efficiency to your presence. You enter rooms differently. You don't need the spotlight because your stillness makes more noise than their performance. You are no longer emotionally available to those who waste your time. You don't feel obligated to fix people, explain yourself, or carry others. You've trained yourself to walk alone, and that has made you untouchable. Because the man who needs no one cannot be manipulated. You've risen because you've learned Machiavelli's most brutal truth. The most powerful man is the one who has removed his weakness without apology. That man does not beg. He does not explain. He does not justify his distance. He simply moves, quietly, strategically, with finality. People will call you cold. Let them. The dangerous man is not concerned with their opinions. He is concerned with outcomes, and the outcome he chooses is control. Total control of himself, his emotions, and his environment. This power wasn't gifted to you. It was carved. It was earned through every boundary you enforced, every attachment you severed, every time you chose silence over reaction. You are no longer the one who gets hurt. You are the one who gets remembered. The dangerous man is not the one who shouts. He is the one who doesn't need to. The man whose calm presence carries more tension than 10 angry voices. You now operate above emotion. You observe without responding. You understand betrayal before it happens. You replace loyalty with usefulness. And when someone crosses the line, you don't argue. You erase. You've become dangerous. Not because you want to hurt people, but because you don't need them. And that alone terrifies the weak. You've built your mind to thrive without approval. You no longer chase peace. You are peace. And that's why people either gravitate toward you or fall away. You don't adapt to their comfort anymore. You force them to adapt to your silence. You've risen not to inspire others, not to prove anything, but because you refuse to stay weak. And now, they can feel it. Even in a room full of noise, your silence is louder. Even when you're gone, your absence has weight. This is what it means to be dangerous, to no longer be available to the world that once drained you, and to become the consequence that weak men fear. You don't announce your rise, you live it, and you never go back. You were never born weak. You were made weak, shaped by expectations, softened by guilt, controlled by emotions that were never yours. They taught you to be agreeable, polite, forgiving. They trained you to respond, to explain, to hesitate. And every time you did, a piece of your strength was stripped away. But now, that version of you is gone. You've burned it. You've detached from the noise. You've removed the need to be liked and reclaimed your edge. The softness that made you easy to manipulate has been replaced with silence. The hesitation that once slowed you down has been replaced with speed. The emotional dependence that chained you to others is now dust beneath your feet. You've become something else, someone else. Not cold out of cruelty, but cold out of clarity. You don't move to please anymore. You move to dominate. You don't speak to be heard. You speak to be obeyed. You've stripped yourself of every weakness they praised. You've built a mind that doesn't break under pressure. You've become a presence that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, and doesn't explain. You don't react. You disappear. And when you return, everything is different because you made it different. You became the danger people sense but can't define. The calm before something irreversible. The one who leaves people guessing and regretting. Now, power feels natural, not forced, not faked, earned. Not because you shouted louder, but because you didn't need to. Not because you fought harder, but because you never gave them the fight they expected. You removed their access. You became unreachable, and that made you unforgettable. This isn't about being feared. It's about becoming so complete within yourself that no one can shake you, use you, or break you. You are no longer breakable. You are no longer available to the world that once fed on your hesitation. You are your own weapon now. Calm, cold, calculated. If you felt that shift, if this changed something in you, then you know this is only the beginning. What comes next will not be for everyone. But you're no longer everyone. You're something else now. You're the consequence.